Yes. Yeah, it's supposed to be 30 minutes. As long as somebody's around, or you know.
John, thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
All right, Patrick.
Hello, testing. Yeah.
Good, Patrick. Say that again.
The link in the credential email is going to a no-load page. So do you know?
Oh, that's because we closed it the day before the tournament. Now I can send you a link.
Oh no, just no. The link to view the
This
press.
Championship Central doesn't get you there.
Oh, maybe. I'll try to
Go to the basketball page and then go to Championship Central, and it should be there. If it's not, let me know.
It's just like the cover of the floor. It doesn't really matter. It's just that it's like.
What's that? Yeah, but he's going to put it on.
Oh, yeah. Well, yesterday. I did the place.
What's your favorite place that you have got to travel?
Okay.
Totally. Have a
It's a little different. A little different in here. Oh, you never found it? Which guy was this again?
No, Testing right. Not ready for job. It's probably one there.
All right.
I don't know if you ever do like
Or nerve wracking.
especially that. Yeah.
St. John's is on its way.
How are you there? I was too there. Have you ever met the?
Oh, no, he hasn't used her.
Kadari. And St. John's is here. With Kadari and Aaron Scott. Whenever you're ready.
Thank you. Well, basically, I told the guys that 5+ performance is a Michael Jordan performance, and we were a 4-star tonight, which was good enough to win, which you expect. Sometimes the team that plays a game has a little under their belt. It hurts them in the third game, obviously. But we played good enough to win. We did a lot of good things tonight. We did a lot of things we need to get better at, but overall, it was a 4-star performance, and we'll take it.
Questions, and let us get the mic to you right here in the second row.
How do I announce my name? I've never done this. Okay, Max Cohen, Red Storm recap. So, Rick, usually the
Why
defense.
don't you ask the players first, okay?
Oh, good. I don't have anything for the players.
Questions for the players, Roger?
Aaron, do you think that there's something that you can do to like stay on the floor a little bit longer, you know, in terms of like not committing fouls? Do you think that there's a key to doing that?
Most of my fouls early on, it was just stupid fouls. I just got to show my hands and stop reaching in at the last second.
Did you feel good about the minutes that you spent on the court?
Yeah, I did. You know, I feel like I impact winning. So I did feel good about the minutes I had on the court, but obviously I got to stay out there and stop getting stupid fouls.
Right over here in the middle, Kevin.
Kadari, this is now back-to-back games for you against Marquette. You had a triple-double. Today you come a couple rebounds and assists shy. Can you talk about the rhythm that you're kind of in now that the postseason is here and what you're feeling when you're out on the court?
I feel like I'm just making the right play, just going out there, playing basketball, having fun freely. So, and guys are making shots, and that's really it.
Right here in front, Lloyd. It's there. It's coming.
Hi, Aaron. Lloyd Carroll, Queens Chronicle. You drained a three-pointer when there was like 5 minutes to go in the game, and St. John's was winning by 21. There were 25 seconds on the clock. Was there a thought of perhaps dribbling a little more, try to use more clock than risk taking a shot?
Well, I thought I was open, and Coach always said shoot your open shots. I really didn't look at the time so I just shot the ball, honestly.
That's a bad question.
Right here in front.
Everybody can make a mistake.
Either one of you can take this one. Coach says it's a 4-star performance. There were some things you needed to improve on. What? What do you think you did wrong today?
Attention to detail. Gave up a couple threes in the first half. Not rotating, stuff like that.
Adam, second row.
Guys, I think you're 10-0 at the Garden now. Just how much confidence do you have playing on this court in front of these fans? And do you feel it's a little bit of an advantage? It's your home court.
I wouldn't say it's an advantage, but we feel comfortable in here. We've played in here, like you said, we're undefeated. We just treating every game like every game we have in the past. So we're just staying humble and getting better one by one, day by day.
Yeah, like Cook said, we just take it game by game. You know, we're in New York, and you know the fans gonna come. It's our home gym, but like you said, we're just taking it game by game.
Over here, second row.
Kadari, and we've asked you kind of over the course of the season just what it means to be at St. John's, but now just being a native New Yorker doing this in the Big East tournament, just how does that feel for you?
Especially, you know, just having one more chance to play in this tournament. There's nothing like it. It's one of the best tournaments during Champ Week, so it's a great feeling.
Two more for the players right here.
Tuck, Claire, heat check. You guys were out-rebounded the first two times you played Butler this season, and they were two close games. Was that a point of emphasis today for you guys?
Yeah, you got to block out. I missed some blockouts in the previous two games, and today was a much better day for that.
Last one for the players, Andrew.
Andrew Rosario, New York Beacon. Guys, the first two games you won by a combined 14 points. How important was it for you guys to get out the big lead that you did tonight?
It was very important. Like you said, we had two close games. We didn't want this game to be close at all. So first 4 minutes, we emphasized that.
Guys, thank you very much. We'll go for questions for Coach now. Roger.
Rick.
Roger.
With Aaron Scott, I mean, it seemed like he had some pretty productive minutes when he was on the court, but there's a couple of games, important games in a row, where he's gotten into foul trouble. Is there something that you think he could be doing?
Well, the first foul was really ridiculous. He had the guy locked up. He couldn't dribble, and all he had to do is just stay square, and he reached in and tried to slap at the ball. Had no chance at it. So that was an absurd foul, and then he goes and gets two. He makes one or two of those per game, and it makes no sense at all.
The other thing I was going to ask, if I can steal a second one, it seemed like when play was stopped and Smith was in the game, he was touching that shoulder a lot. Where do you see him right now in terms of, like, you know, health-wise?
I think he's mentally very self-conscious, and it's bothering him more mentally than it will bother him physically. Injuries, you've got to get over the hump mentally, and he has to get over the hump mentally. I'm sure it's bothering him. He's a tough kid, but you got to get over the hump mentally, and that's what he's really struggling with. He pays too much attention to it. He's got to block it out of his mind, and it's easier said than done to do that.
Second row.
So, Rick, usually people say the defense is the biggest part of your game, but the team's game, but tonight the offense kind of turned up more than it usually does. How would you say, how important is it to find this shooting rhythm as you progress further into March?
Well, I think you have to have a number of assists. You have to share the basketball. And we did that tonight, most of the night. We got out good looks in the break, good looks moving the basketball. Like I said, we're a better shooting team than our numbers indicate. And we will continue to. We're not going to be a great shooting team, but I think we could be a good shooting team.
Second row right here, front. And then we'll go.
Compared to the first two games with Butler, how would you rate the energy tonight, especially since it was a quarterfinal of the tournament?
Energy was good. We didn't have a lot of our fans here. There was a lot of blue. It must be Marquette. A lot of blue in the place. And it's not a home game because it's tough to get tickets. I think you get 300 tickets. Is that what each team gets?
I think so.
Yeah, so it's not a home game, and now you get more tickets as it opens up. So although it's a home court, it's not a home game.
Back to Zach.
Rick, you talked about you got to do sometimes when you play a team a third time and you beat them twice, you have to do some things differently. What did you think of what you guys maybe changed up, and what did you think of how the guys?
We focused on blocking out. We did not. Our point guards did not block out last game off rotations. We wanted to get out in transition and make good plays because they go to the glass hard and you can get out in transition. We did some different things. They opened up in a 1-3-1, which we only seen a few possessions, and we handled it well. Played really good defense for the first 8 or 9 minutes, holding them to 3 points. But like I said, it was a good 4-star performance.
Rick,
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Zach.
thanks. Sometimes the one seed and the favorite, like you mentioned, that the other team played the night before. They kind of have a rhythm to play the way you guys did and win the way you guys did. What does that kind of say about how well prepared you guys were for this tournament?
It was a good 4-star performance, Zach. That's all I could say.
Kevin.
Rick, in the past couple weeks, you've talked about the development of your bench, and they played well again today. When you're getting that production out of the guys like Sadiku and Lefty and Vince, how much more dangerous does that make this team?
Well, Sadiku said he's getting a lot of fluids, IV fluids, before the game. While it's dark, he's getting IV fluids before the game, which helps the Ramadan. I asked the trainers and him, could we get something in the IV to help his defense? They said they're going to work on that.
The last one, Adam.
You said you were unhappy the other day that Kadari and those guys were fasting. Did you scold them? Did you talk to Kadari about it? And how do you assess Kadari's overall play here?
Kadari was... I told this to the team, and I'll repeat it to you guys. I think I've said it before. Kadari, a lot of our team was upset that Kadari wasn't first team all league. I understand it because it's tough getting 3 guys. But I said, Kadari, your teammates and coaching staff think you're top 3 guards in the nation, maybe the best guard in the nation. So what does that matter? So you've got the respect of every coach and every teammate. We think you're the best guard in the nation. So that's better than anything else. And he's been terrific. All of a sudden, he wants to play for the Celtics with his 3-point shooting. I'd like to see him cut back a little bit on that, but outside of that, he's playing brilliant basketball. He's a 6'5", 6'6" guard that has great body control, understands the game, owns up to everything he does wrong. He's coachable. He's got a great attitude. He's very humble. There aren't enough adjectives I could say about that young man.
Did you tell him to stop fasting?
Yeah, he stopped. I don't know, why they were doing it. It wasn't helping Diku.
Yeah.
His defense still sucked. It didn't help.
Coach,
I'm only joking, by the way.
Thank you very much, Coach. Thank you. I know, and I'm thinking like I better not touch that. Jamal, is Bill coming at all? Or? Just let me know if he is. Yeah, okay. That's fine. Yeah.
Because he said he mentioned last night that he was going to change his mind, so I think maybe he'll come today.
I get it.
But if he went to St. John's,
It's Bill.
Oh, you do? Oh. I'm still in college. That's why I
What are the sports you cover? Football?
Football and basketball. Sometimes baseball, depending on where they want me to sign.
Baseball is like watching paint.
Okay, Butler is here, please. Can we hold it down, please? Can we hold it down, please? Thank you. Butler is here. We have Coach Thad Matta and Jamil Telford.
Yeah, he can go for the job.
Okay. Any questions for Jamil, please? Okay, right here in the middle. Let us get the microphone to you, please.
Hi, Jamil. So, first couple games against St. John's, both pretty close competitive games. And obviously today, a bit more of a blowout. As a player, what did you see them do? Did they change something up? Or what was it that caused such a discretion between the couple games?
I think that they made a lot of tough plays. We knew that's a team that is going to come in offensive rebound, and they got 9 today. 14 today. So that's already something that we can't give them because it's a lot of second chance points right there. And the first 2 games we were able to score a little bit. We didn't score a lot today, so we just came up short, and yeah.
Right here, staying in the middle.
Just to follow up on the offensive rebounding, it was an issue yesterday against Providence as well, but you were able to kind of keep that at bay in terms of giving them points off of those rebounds. What was St. John's able to do to capitalize on those opportunities?
Well, I mean, they got R.J. Lewis and Zuby who are, always in the paint. And the Providence was a little different because they shot so many threes. Those were more so long rebounds. But St. John's is doing all their damage in the paint, so it's a lot harder to, handle those guys once they have it in there because they're really good in there. So, yeah.
Any more questions for Jamil? Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Coach, questions for Coach Matta? Right here in the middle.
Coach, your team had 40 paint points yesterday and just 18 today. Can you talk about what the St. John's interior defense was doing for you guys in this one?
Yeah, well, I'd say start on the perimeter. You know what I mean? Because those guys, they were guarding us, and the tone was set early. I mean, we knew if they weren't going to call hand checks, if they weren't going to call it the grabbing, that we were going to have a hard time running offense. And him picking up 2 quick fouls really hurt us in kind of starting the game. We got down big early with him on the bench, and finally just said, "The heck with it, let's go with it." But when you get into the paint, their length and their athleticism makes it so difficult. But I thought that the interior defense started with the perimeter defense today. I mean, they were honest. We were having a hard time getting the ball into the paint.
Back here in the middle.
Coach, in terms of the 1-3-1 zone, we saw that a lot today, more than we have all season. How would you evaluate your players' performance in that zone, and how much have you practiced that this season?
You know, we've put it in a couple weeks ago. We've used it, and you know, it's just something today. St. John's is such a rhythm team. I mean, they're going to do what they do, and if they don't get what they want, then they've got some unbelievable one-on-one players. So we thought the zone could slow them down a little bit. We really struggled to rebound out of the zone. I mean, I think that was one of the hardest things in the first half, that we couldn't get that done. They were overloading us. 24 was anchored down there in the paint, and you know, we just couldn't rotate back to get the rebounds, and that was what hurt us the most there.
One more.
Coach, this is your second 14-win season in the first 3 years back here at Butler. Where do you see the program right now and in the next year's forward? I know you got the nice recruiting class coming in, but where do you see yourself taking this program as of right now?
Well, you know, we've obviously got work to do, and you know, and that's from every phase of our program. You know, we're losing 4 seniors that are you know, a lot of our production. There's no question, and with the 4 guys we got coming in, they're going to be freshmen. We're going to have to get them as ready as we can, and you know, the guys that come back, we're going to have to get them better, and we're going to have to add a few pieces to the puzzle.
Anything else for Coach? Final question in the back.
Better be a good one.
Coach, I just wanted to ask you about the opportunity Coach Pat McCaffrey. Obviously, you know, he had a unique journey and kind of went through a lot of things throughout his career. What did it mean to you about, you know, being able to coach him this season, and how do you feel as, you know, he seemed to play pretty well today?
Yeah. When I took him out at the end, I said, I wanted you to end your career on a slam dunk. And I said, you can tell your kids someday your last shot in college basketball was a slam dunk. But no, what Patrick has meant to this program has been tremendous. He's one of my all-time favorite players I've ever coached. Just he's got a tremendous sense of humor. You know, for him at age 24 to come in to a locker room with a lot of younger guys and embrace everybody. You know, he could have chose to just sort of do his own thing and come into practice, but he's been a phenomenal teammate. You know, his high IQ for basketball. Probably just most important, as you say, you know, the young man's been through a lot in his life, and it has been an honor and a pleasure to coach him.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Thanks.